Also, I got a tip from someone who is feeling a little bit gloomy right now. I'll say a few words, you know. I've definitely been in gloomy places before in my life, and this is something that I've talked about before that I really feel is very important to me. Is that I've let myself get in situations where everything that made me happy was like a potential future thing. Like I was miserable right now, and every day I wake up and I don't really want to go about the day, and I don't feel good about anything, but it's temporary because like in the future everything's gonna work out. In the future I'll have this and I'll be happy. In the future I'll accomplish this and be happy. And looking back on it, I really think that was just a huge mistake. I strongly believe that finding happiness right now is very, very important. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just never do anything unpleasant. Obviously, we're all adults here. We all understand nuance, right? I don't have to explain that. But I do think that if you wake up and you're miserable every day, I think that it is 100% valid to stop thinking about the future for a bit. You can worry about the future later because you have a now problem. You have a right now problem. I think that it's totally okay to be a little selfish, maybe even be a little bit irresponsible. Don't worry about the future, worry about the now. If you're miserable every day, that's a problem that needs to immediately be fixed. Find the things that make you happy, find a new goal that you can work towards that gives you inspiration. You know, if you need to be a little irresponsible, maybe go for it, you know? Because it's not worth it to be miserable in your everyday. At the end of the day, you're not guaranteed a future. So in my opinion, I think that you should always prioritize finding a way for the majority of your day to feel good versus bad. Also, sometimes the answer to that, like the answer to what do I need to do to feel better in my everyday, the answer to that is going to the doctor. And I don't say that to be mean, but I say that as someone who has experienced it, as someone who went through literally over a decade of my life being like, I'm functional, so I don't have a problem. I get my work done. I'm there for other people. I'm reliable, so I don't have a problem. Now that I have actually looked for help and gotten help, I look back on all those years and I'm like, holy crap. Why did I waste so much of my time feeling miserable when I could have just gotten the help that I needed, you know? I think a lot of people who are very functional, like their whole world isn't falling apart, so it doesn't feel imminent, but it's that emotional side of it. Your emotional side can be imminent, even if like you're paying your rent and you're showing up to work and you're cleaning your house, you know. Okay, maybe you're doing those things, but it can be emotionally imminent as well. It can be emotionally a problem right now. So always consider that if it's an option for you as well, you know? I don't know if that helps at all. I guess the only other thing that I would say is this kind of stuff is a very shared human experience. I mean, even people that you might think seem like they would never go through something like that, like they've never woken up and been like, why do I keep living? What is all of this for? Like, why am I doing this? I'm kind of tired. Do I have to keep doing this? And for how much longer? What's the point? That's actually a very human and very normal experience I think pretty much everybody has at some point in their lives. So the fact, like, when you feel that there's nothing wrong with you, that's just you being a normal human being, just like everybody else. Everybody knows what that feels like, you know? So don't let it make you feel isolated or like you're missing out on something that everybody else has, because it's not the case. It's tough. It's tough out here. It's tough out here, folks. It's not an easy thing to be alive, so we're in this together. We're in it together, everybody. Fine then. Goodbye. Goodbye then. Goodbye forever.